Welcome to The Explainer. You know, sometimes the most interesting stories are hidden in the most ordinary places. And today, we're going to take a simple job ad and use it as a key to unlock this massive hidden system that keeps all of us safe every single time we fly. So, here it is. Hiring. Aircraft Planning Engineer. This was a real job posting from a company called Falcon Technic. Now, at first glance, it just looks like another engineering gig, right? But trust me, this title is actually a window into one of the most critical and honestly most unseen roles in all of aviation. So that begs the question, what do they actually plan? I mean, what does an aircraft planning engineer really do all day? Well, that's what we're here to figure out. We're going to break down this one job description and in the process reveal this incredibly intricate, behind-the-scenes network that's all about keeping you safe up there. Okay, so first things first. Before we can really get what this engineer does, we have to understand where they work. And believe me, this is not your typical office. This engineer operates in a super specialized environment that the industry just calls an MRO. So MRO, it stands for Maintenance, Repair, and Overhaul. The best way to think about it, imagine a high-tech hospital combined with an elite Formula One pit crew, but for these massive multi-million-dollar aircraft. It's literally where planes go for everything from a routine checkup to, well, major surgery. And this company, Falcon Technic, they're a huge player in this world. So Falcon Technic is based out in the UAE, and they're the MRO arm of a bigger company called Falcon Aviation Services. Now, these guys are experts on a whole range of aircraft. We're talking helicopters, fixed-wing planes, you name it. But the job we're looking at today, it zeroes in on the really demanding world of private business jets. All right, so that brings us to the star of our show, the planning engineer. What's their actual mission inside this high-tech MRO facility? Well, their core job is something called production planning. You can think of this as the master strategy for the aircraft's entire stay. This engineer is basically a chess master. They have to assess everything the plane needs and then orchestrate this complex dance of getting the right technicians, the right tools, and the exact right parts all to the right place at precisely the right time. And to pull something like that off, you need a very, very specific toolkit. The job ad makes it clear this isn't just any engineering role. It's this unique blend of skills. You absolutely need deep technical knowledge. We're talking about things like Part 145, which are the rules for approved maintenance shops, and CAMO documents. That's the official logbook that proves a plane is fit to fly. But then, you have to combine all that technical know-how with the sharp precision of a top-tier project manager. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Every single one of those tasks we just talked about, it's all governed by this complex web of super strict regulations, and they're usually known only by their acronyms. So let's decode a couple of the big ones. The job ad specifically calls out two big ones, GCAA and ESA. And let me be clear, these are not just suggestions. These are powerful regulatory bodies that set the absolute gold standard for aviation safety. You've got the GCAA, which is the General Civil Aviation Authority for the UAE, and then ESA, which is the European Union's equivalent. The fact that this job requires knowledge of both, that tells you they are operating at the highest possible level of safety. And this just brilliantly illustrates the core truth here. While these agencies govern totally different parts of the world, their mission is 100% identical. Every rule, every piece of paperwork, every single check is designed with one non-negotiable goal in mind, ensuring the aircraft is perfectly safe for every single passenger. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. What does this one single job ad really tell us about the big picture of how we all fly? Here's the key takeaway, the big idea. We all know about a flight plan, right? The route a plane takes from point A to point B. But what this job reveals is that long before that flight plan is ever filed, an aircraft planning engineer has created something that's arguably even more important, the maintenance plan. Think of it as the detailed long-term blueprint for that aircraft's health, its safety, and its reliability. So the next time you're sitting on a plane, looking out the window, maybe give a little thought to the invisible planner behind your flight. Because that smooth, seamless journey you're on, it's only possible because of this hidden world of meticulous planning. Someone, weeks or even months ago, mapped out every single detail to make sure you get where you're going safely.